Hello, this is Dave Gimberline with Shoto-ryu Goshinjutsu and Kata for Self-Defense. Today is sort of a bonus session on breathing, and it has to do with the breathing you would use in Mokuso. I believe the method I'm going to show you is very beneficial to your health, to your karate training, and to your longevity in the martial arts. If you don't want to work on the meditation part and you don't care about this breathing weirdness, don't worry about it, just don't do it. But this method was taught to me by Sensei Nishiyama. I studied it a lot, followed it a lot. I like it, it helps me. It is very similar to what you will find in Chinese texts on breathing and creating an internal energy. So a lot of this is visual. I'll give you visual clues of what you're supposed to do. To start with, you're just going to close your eyes like you would in Mokuso and take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. So just fill your lungs with air and then let it float out. I often do that just to get me started when I'm about to do the Mokuso part anyway. But the whole rest of these exercises are going to be concentrated on the exhale, and the inhale is going to take care of itself. From the side, I think it will help for visual. You're going to exhale and squeeze down the pancakes like we learned in the other breathing exercises, and then you're going to inhale through your nose and imagine, I know this isn't real, imagine that the air comes up over the top of your head and goes down into your stomach and makes curlicues. Then you exhale through your mouth and you squeeze the curlicues. Then you inhale, comes over the top. Then you exhale, it's like a bellows. Then you inhale. Then you exhale. Then you inhale. So like I mentioned, you concentrate on the exhale, and it might take 10, 20 seconds or more for you to do this exhale. And then when you release, the air comes in quickly. Your tongue, if you care about it, is relaxed during the exhale, and it gets pulled up against the roof of your mouth on the inhale. So it's definitely, your tongue clicks up to hold the air. You should practice just that part until you feel like you can do it fairly well, because you have to do this part automatically before you can do the next part. So when Nishiyama used to teach it, he would teach like this first part now, and then teach the second part at the end of the class or in the middle during a break, and then the third part towards the end. So here's the second part. Imagine this air coming up over the top, going down, making little curlicues. When you do the squeeze, they're going to go faster and faster and faster and faster because you're getting squished smaller and smaller and smaller. And then you release, and then you squeeze them. And then you release, and then you squeeze them. Okay, here's the next part, and this is where it gets a little more strange. You have to imagine that you are creating internal energy, ki or chi, with these little curlicues that you're squeezing. You're squeezing them, squeezing them, squeezing them, and when you release this ki energy, it goes up the back of your spine and over the top of your head. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. So the breathing still goes the other way. The breathing still goes over the top, down into your stomach, and then you squeeze. And then the air goes up. And then you squeeze. But the ki goes the other way. So you should work at that till you can feel it coming up the back of your spine, up the back of your neck. And I believe, again, there are health benefits to that. If you don't think anything about that, you certainly don't have to practice it, that's fine. If you do embrace it, you should start to feel this expansion, contraction, especially on slow moves. If you're doing any kata without the noise. I just demonstrated for noise. But you can start to feel the squeeze, feel the pressure all the way to the floor, feel it lifting up your spine. It's a very, I'd say, invigorating idea, an invigorating exercise. There's one more thing that you can do for this breathing part, and this is good when you're tired, or it's good when things aren't quite working right for you, and that is concentrating on this squeeze, and this part you do get to make air. You kind of go, trying to push it down, 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 down. And you can get better at that. So on a day when you're just not feeling it, when the air is not coming and going for you, you start working on just that part. And where I mentioned that it's like a bellows, you'll start to feel that. So I hope you've enjoyed this series on breathing. I hope that it helps your karate. Keep training. Thank you.